Well, for the first time in a long time, we're doing a video recording. Who'd have thunk it? This is the first time in a long time. It's dropped kickoff time. It's instant reaction time. I'm currently at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. All the fans have dispersed. The clouds are closed in. It's getting nice and cool here in Townsville, and we are celebrating a 28-24 win over the for the Wallabies over Los Pumas. Though for a great period of that game, it didn't feel like that was going to happen. Oh, I've got Nathan dialing in from his really fancy-looking hotel in Brighton, and I've also got Zach here with me as well.
I didn't know RA had that type of money.
I'm jumping on here right now. I'm in the Best Western. Like,
Schmidt is in.
Yeah,
Schmidt in. Yeah.
Yeah, but people don't know. But at halftime, that says Schmidt out.
Oh my god.
It's like the hokey pokey. You put your Schmidt in, you put your Schmidt out, you put your Schmidt in, and then you turn it all about.
We should have sung that in the press conference.
Yeah.
No. But what a match. Jesus Christ. For a long time, it didn't feel like we were going to get the win when we were down 21-7 at halftime and the Pumas scored those two very, very quick tries. What were your initial thoughts, Zach?
Well, at halftime, it felt like the Wallabies of old, like of last year, right? Whereas, like, you didn't really know what to expect. You were like, this is inconsistent, nothing, there's no flow, there's no rhythm. And then the second half was what we'd seen in the last few weeks. And it was like, where did that come from? Yeah.
What a comeback. Nathan, I mean, it was 5 a.m. when you started watching. How are you feeling now? Because you've got to go to a Wallaroos game in a minute, don't you?
I mean, it's probably about 8 hours away when we're recording to Wallaroos game, so I've got plenty of time. But
the bigger game's the one beforehand, right? You have to watch it's USA score try after try and hope that Samoa hold them out.
One step at a time, Zachary. One step at a time. One step at a time. Yeah, like that was an early wake up, but worth it. I mean, kind of right. This is kind of a game that just followed the trends of past teams. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think I worked out the stat. Australia played in multi-game series. Australia played 3 new opponents, and every single time tried by 14 points or more. When it comes to this opening game, the difference is the belief. The belief is unbelievable in this side. Like, there is no panic. There is no sort of sense of the game's gone. Like, even when I don't know about how it was at the ground, but like with 5 or 6 minutes to go in regular time, it was kind of like, I just had a feeling it was almost like 15, 20 minutes left because there was like no panic, no real sort of obvious signs that things were going wrong or things were going out of shape. They just sort of kept calm and stuck to the processes. Yeah, that second half was amazing. Like, I think maybe Sule's best game in gold jersey. Like, everyone talks up that England game. I reckon that was his best game. And that comeback starts with his rip early in the second half. Again, a Sule defensive play starts to come back. Yeah. Who would have picked that to start the year? But him and Nicotel were outstanding. Bell off the bench, outstanding. Harry Wilson just fought his ass off. That was amazing.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like the feeling it was at the 77th minute when Malia scored kicked that really critical 3-pointer, and all 20,000 fans were thinking like, oh, we're going to go home with a loss here. There was a great quote from Harry Wilson on the Stand broadcast where he basically said that it felt like 25,000 fans and all the team were telling me to tap and go, and it was just a belief thing that really kind of snuck in there. Really, so good to chat with. We quickly got the chat. Just literally came from a chat with Sulehi, and he was just talking about a lot of that. He's really noticing and feeling that love and support for the Wallabies at the moment. He's particularly, since he started, and kind of traced it all back to Joe Schmidt. But I'll tell you what, it didn't feel like that in that first half. There was 9 penalties conceded. It was the discipline was kind of all over the place. It felt like the Argentine defense was really good at like squishing that team down. It was quite an incredible performance to kind of come back from that with the momentum so in one direction.
Well, it was weird, right? We walked to the stadium from our hotel today. We ran into numerous fans, just chatting with them. What do you expect? What do you expect? And everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a great game, high-scoring game, free-flowing rugby and all that. And that first half was
scrappy as hell.
Scrappy and slow and repeat scrum after repeat scrum. And then the second half was what we wanted and expected, and we got. And it was and I favoured the Wallabies that second half.
I'm glad I did a small prediction. There's an Argentine ESPN crew traveling around with the Pumas, and they asked, "What do you think's going to happen? What do you think this game's going to be?" And I just responded, "I think it's just going to be a bloody good game of rugby," which I think they approved of.
You fence sitter! You disgusting fence sitter.
Yeah, but no one could I didn't know what was going to happen.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, genuinely started this game going, I actually do not know who's going to win this match, because to assume that the Pumas are going to, it's the weakest side of rugby championship is so outdated and old now. I don't think any man and his dog looks at that Pumas side and goes, oh yeah, they're coming last anymore, because they knocked off the All Blacks. They're beating the Springboks on the regular. They beat the Lions. This is a quality side that should not be underestimated anymore.
And I think a big part of that is also because the Wallabies, and that's the next level they have to get to, where you go to a Wallabies game and you know what you're going to get. And that, right now it's still, they could turn up, they could not turn up, they could turn up for half.
I don't know. I mean, since that second Lions game, let's be honest here, it's been pretty consistent. They've still
had the halves and stuff. Yes, you're going to get heart from them. They're not going to give up. They're going to play for the full 80. But in terms of their flow and attacking rugby and discipline and all that stuff, that's still the 80-minute consistency. Still, that's their next level. That's how you get to the top of the world, right? That's how you get to the top 4. That's how you become a New Zealand, a Springboks, and Ireland, right?
Yeah.
When you turn up, what you're going to get from them for a full 80 minutes, and you're going to have to be on your top to beat them.
Yeah.
And that's there are definitely work-ons from this game. I mean, the slow start needs to be addressed if we're going to be kind of Bledisloe Cup, where, I mean, right now as we're recording, the All Blacks are looking a class above Springboks. That needs to get fixed. I think front row-wise, Robinson and Tupou probably below their best. Likewise, Tom Liner, first game back. I'm not sure. I think did he fail HIA, you were saying?
Tom Liner failed an HIA again. Apparently, we pushed him. He was brought off for a hamstring complaint, and then they did the HIA by extension, and it failed. So obviously they're going to probably keep a very close eye on that, because I think according to Drennan, that's his 4th. Jonathan Drennan recorded that was his 4th HIA, which is really getting concerning now, particularly with 2 in quick succession is quite concerning. If you're Tom,
particularly after the long layoff they had after the Lions, they took time with him to try and avoid this, and the fact that this has happened again this could be I'm not hyperbole here. This could be him out of the rest of the rugby championship.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what Joe said. Well, he's not going to be available next week, and then for the Bledisloe, we're gonna have to be careful with Tom. So he even said that there's probably a good chance that he may not.
There also is another issue that comes off the back of this, which is that James O'Connor has also signed for Leicester, and there is a chance that Leicester might request that James O'Connor go and play Clubland, which means that he's out of action as well, which really asks the question, what happens for Australia's fly half options? You'd be really hoping that a Ben Donaldson would come good. You've also got Tane Edmed in the mix there too. I mean, is Noah out as well completely? I mean, I
don't think they're going to rush him back.
Yeah, I mean, he's also going overseas as well. So you don't know what he's looking like either.
Jack Bowen, you're a Wallaby.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, and this is why you come on the podcast for your ironclad hot takes.
They believed in Jack Bowen so much they signed Jack Debrasini.
Hey, no hate on Deb. No
hate on Deb. We love Deb.
Does he have a working knee?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He cut the Lions to shreds in First Nations Pacifica, and it was magnificent. Get Debs in the Wallaby squad. Calling it here. Debs to the Wallaby squad.
We'll start the petition right now.
Yeah. Why don't you guys talk about the difference makers of that game? Angus Bell, Jock.
Are you the host all of a sudden?
Yeah. You guys are the analysts. I'm the host.
See what I have to deal with.
Jock.
See what I have to deal
Angus.
with.
I thought Zane was really good. Zane was really good.
If you're listening, Zach, you were listening to the pod earlier. I called out Angus Bell as an amazing finisher, but I will continue in the sense of, James O'Connor sort of stayed the ship. But I mean, the real star of the show was again Lenny Patel.
Yeah, phenomenal.
He ended up 16, 17 carries. A lot of them just one up trying to get someone over the line, which generally worked. I didn't change my fantasy team.
I did. I had Len in my fantasy team.
Start with the excuses, Nate.
Yeah, it's because Zach's leading the fantasy, and we can't let this happen. We got to stop him. We have to stop him.
I have no idea who ended up my fantasy team. I'm so cooked. Beside that, Nonga off the bench. Yeah, a great point from Zach. He was probably his better games in gold.
Oh my God, we're looking at your fantasy team. Your fantasy team is bad.
Yeah, I didn't change it.
Ratimer, Albanese,
you've got Skelton in your squad still.
No, he didn't play today.
Yeah.
Cheslin Colby's your captain. Yeah.
I'm more focused on my Rugby World Cup fantasy team because that's the priority.
Oh, smooth. Serious question though. If you're before we call it, if you're Argentina, what do you do after that performance? Felipe and Julian couldn't hide how pissed off they were. They were pretty frustrated with themselves, and they said just so many tiny, small, repeat mistakes, issues that kind of they felt like they're just, they gave Australia their flowers and said, you always have to give credit to a side that doesn't give up. That they were not happy after that performance, which makes me wary for Sydney.
It's one of those things. I don't think they need to change that much. They were very good for 50 minutes of that game. It's just. And the Wallabies just have a funny way of just dragging people into dogfights, and that dogfight ending up being more like a jet fight in the sense of it just becomes an open splatter where the pace of the Wallabies just all of a sudden finds their way into a match, and all of a sudden what looked like a pretty comfortable Pumas outing ends up being a tie game and stealing win at the end. Look, I wouldn't be too concerned about Argentina. I think they're a very good side and they'll be bouncing back. But if I'm Joe from Wally's perspective, I'd be hoping Slips and Altara back fit. I'd be starting them straight away. If Line is out, O'Connor, Tane off the bench, and that's it, really. I think the rest of the team's sort of fine. I don't think you need to I don't think the second row was an issue at all, so you don't need to throw Sal Carlotto in there. So I think you just make three changes to the starting side, and you just keep it to that.
I do think though, they really need to look at what the hell went wrong with their discipline in that first half because it was bad. It was 9 penalties, 9 penalties conceded in the first half.
I think that was a case of there was probably 4 or 5 50-50 calls in that first 10 minutes that just didn't go their way. Tupou gets pinged twice for a no arms tackle when off the kickoff, I think to the second Argentina one. They
do the same thing on him.
With the exact same thing happened to him that's not called. They're just 50-50 ones that sometimes you miss. They've built enough of a resume under Schmidt over the past 6 or 7 weeks that I can kind of be like, you know what? That was just a bad half.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'd have to quickly bring up the stats here, but I mean, the second half, 2 penalties conceded.
Yeah, much better. Just really it was very much an incremental working back into the game, which, there was a good, Mike Cron said, we've been in this position before. I mean, the problem and the challenge is that the fact that they've been in this position before is quite frustrating, that they have to find their ways to come and dig out and chase the game. But in this particular instance, it worked. They got a result, which you can't complain about.
Again, you can never complain about the result when you sort of fight your way back. Again, my final point is credit Harry Wilson, credit to the Australian side, because even as soon as they went, we're not going for a penalty and a draw, we're going for a line. Instantly, my thought was, win or loss, I'm back in this call. And thank God it came up for the win. But that has to be the mentality of an Australian side. We can't settle for draws. We can't settle for being happy with, again, kicking penalties after the siren to split points. We have to be.
What were you saying, though? What were you saying when you were watching? Were you just take the 3, take the 3, take the 3?
Yeah, were you saying that? Yeah, you were saying back to go to the corner?
At 0 point of any of those penalties, was I saying, take the 3. I was saying, kick the line. Kick the line or scrum it. I wasn't saying tap. The tap concerned me. But it was a case of, we can't go for a penalty here. If you're drawing, you may as well have lost. In those situations, you have to go for the win, and thank God it came up.
Serious hot take coming in here. I genuinely think that was a contest. Actually, you know what I'm going to say? That was Harry Wilson's probably best game in gold. Did you call that?
Yeah.
Harry Wilson's best game in gold. From a lead, yes, he didn't score 2 tries like he did against the Springboks, but I think his leadership, particularly in the second half, was phenomenal. He showed his value to that squad.
A little grubber kick, and then the
charge down. There was nearly a situation where he did it all himself to score a try.
The grubber was silly, but thank God. But again, his effort, like
the charge down was even better.
Yeah, absolutely. But like, this is sort of what Harry Wilson brings. Like, this is why he's captain. Like, he sets the tempo of never give up, keep fighting for your country, always work hard. And this is what the sort of traits that the Schmidt team has now developed into these remarkable comeback wins that just keep defining this sort of year.
Yeah. Sue actually said something really, really positive about Harry. I was like, we talked, like, he's really enjoying combinations with, doing combinations with Jorgo. Like, he's enjoying that combination with Jorgo as well, as you could tell. But I was like, what is it about Harry? What is it about Harry that brings it? Like, he says, you just want to play for him because you are seeing... Yeah. You are seeing the effort that he is throwing himself into everything. He is getting smashed. He's getting pushed back. He's charging down. He's at every ruck, and you just are like, I need to get to his level. That's kind of how he described it, because he's the sort of person you just want to play for, which makes complete sense. Which, I mean, being that sort of person and having that influence really, that's the sort of person you want to have as a captain. It's just a lead by example sort of mentality that really comes through.
But it's now they have to do what they haven't done yet. And that's back up a big moment, a big win with doing it again.
Particularly in this rugby championship, which is so tight. And if they get a second win against the Pumas, currently at the time of us talking, the South Africa are down by 14 by 2 converted tries with 20 minutes to go at Eden Park. So at the moment, we're making an assumption, this may age really terribly, that the All Blacks have got that one and will continue.
Yeah, but they just brought Sasha Feinberg on, so it's okay.
Okay, that's all good then. But if the Box come back swinging, which you're expecting them to, next week, and they manage to pull off a win in New Zealand, a second win against the Pumas in the context of the Rugby Championship becomes critical. And it sets up a very fascinating Bledisloe series, with the sides effectively playing for the Rugby Championship, which really highlights how tight this contest is. So, Jesus, big result, big backing of a moment, critical moment, and I'm so glad Bell was the man.
I did see.
I'm so glad he scored.
Exclusive. I did see Harry Wilson walk out of Queensland Country Bank Stadium with a wheelbarrow.
Why? Jesus God! Because he's got big bowels.
That's good for you.
That was good. Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
Steve Lenful put that on Twitter.
Oh my God! Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Steve. You've got a game that you're about to go to.
Oh, I say, it's in 8 hours' time. Yeah, I got to check out of my hotel and start preparing for a very, very interesting day of World Cup action, where it feels like basically we have 3 games of very high importance to Australia that can affect if we make the quarters and who we play. So I say it's gonna be. About to sort of pack the bags and start. It's going to be a very important day for the Wallabies in terms of their World Cup campaign. We've got 3 games, starting with Canada, Scotland to decide who they could play in the quarters. Yeah, so about to pack the bags for a big day. 3 big games, starting Canada, Scotland, winner or loser, we play in the quarterfinals potentially. USA, Samoa is the big one, hopefully for a Samoa small loss. And then we got to just control the margin and try and upset England. I will say this right now. I think we get through easily. I think whether it's points difference or even nabbing a bonus point with 4 tries, I think it becomes more comfortable than we've sort of fearing right now. So I'm putting it out there right now. This could age.
I'll see you in the office next week.
I will say, this is by far the most experienced Wallaroo squad ever assembled. I believe it's 515 caps, I calculated. Even then, England have 1,083, which really still gives you a sense of how far we have to go. But you know what? I appreciate the guts. Joe is throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this match, and I respect the hell out of that. So, will we get an instant reaction from you? I'm assuming that's a yes. A separate one. Good boy.
Yes, we will.
Get Finn Morton on the pod. Otherwise, I'm disappointed in you.
We'll try and grab him. We'll see what we can do.
Just get him a couple of beers. Plaster him with a couple of beers. He'll be right.
All right, South Africa just scored, so it's a game with 20 to go. So let's.
Oh, it is. Yeah, he did. They did score.
Yeah.
It's 17 to 8. Shit. All right. Well, we better duck off. If you're listening to this podcast, you know the result of that South Africa New Zealand game. But
What a comeback!
yeah, imagine if they win. Imagine if they win.
Sasha Feinberg with the winning penalty kick. Unbelievable.
Imagine if they win at Eden Park and break the duck after this period, and we've got us on record saying, "Oh yeah, it's all over."
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God
But
damn.
anyway, but yeah, all the best. Cheers, Nathan. Best of luck for the Wallaroos, and fuck, let's go.